Welcome everyone to the Culture Cast. It is I, Brian. Tubbs is nowhere to be found at the moment. I'm sure he'll be on soon. He's probably escaping from something large in his house, which is probably everything. So I'm going to show you this quickly. This is a little intro done by Chris. So hold on. Let's do this. Stupid technology. Okay. So this has been made by Chris Smith Lord himself. That's absolutely haunting, Chris. So thanks for that. So how is everyone today? So Tubbs just messaged me, running a few minutes over, just setting up now, will be on in 2 minutes. So he'll be on in few minutes or whatever. So Mick says, woo! Connor says, I once stayed on Tubbs' couch. When he came down the next morning, he thought he'd landed a role in Gulliver's Travels. Well, actually, Connor, he didn't come down that morning. He had been making that trek for the past 6 weeks. So every step was like a mountain. Jonathan is here. Evening, Jonathan, my friend. Mick says, we missed the start, Briansy. Well, that's tough, Mixie. Smith Lord himself is here. How are you, Smitty? Fuller Figures says, that's perfect. Smitty, has Brian pressed go live yet? I don't know. Brian, did you press live? I did. Yes, I did. Okay. Yes. So, is Mick here? Who said that? Lobot's here. Purveyors of culture, assemble. Tez is here. Fuckity fuck. Hello there. I love to see you getting the mood for tonight's show, Tez. Fuckity fuck is on his fucking way. I'm going to just say to him, hurry the fuckity fuck up. So Tubbs will be here momentarily. Meantime, how is everybody? I hope you've all had a great weekend and enjoyed Pulsecon and all the and some of you guys actually met up in the flesh, which is awesome. The Echo Base convention, I suppose you could call it. Chris, as mental as that was, the original is more insane as they were being serious. Yeah. Connor says, Lobot, Tez, Chris, Jonner, Mick, and Al, whoever Al is. I kid. Simon is here, tip of the cap. How are you, my buddy? Hope you're doing well. I heard you were meeting up with everybody at Echo as well. And there's lots of stories, I'm sure, which I'll hear from Connor, who I'm planning on meeting sometime this month, possibly Jonathan as well. But I'm going to make the 75-hour trek to Dublin. Wish me luck. Brian, this is a moment to take. This is where you take a moment to shill the selfie series. So, how would you like the selfie series? Blah, 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 blah. Christ, that was fucking cringeworthy, all that stuff. Oh. Chris says, so Tez and Matt don't allow swearing on their own Usu highbrow show. Fucking hypocrite. This is the safe space, remember, Chris? Mick says, hi, Fuller. Lobot says, hi, Connor, and all your usual suspect feckas. James McGurk is here. How are you, James? He says, hey, lads. Ted says, Connor, Lobot, Chris, JR, Sai, Mick, and you all get your own emoji, which is very creative, my friend. So, excuse me. What we're going to talk about today is Hasbro Pulsecon and all the reveals and stuff that came out of that. I'm going to talk a little bit about the HasLab, which had an update there earlier as well. Pulsecon 22 MCU segment. So there's an awful lot of news about the MCU again this week. There's the new episode of She-Hulk. There's news about Blade, Black Panther trailer, Armor Wars news, Deadpool, which we kind of saw here last week live. Oh, hold on. There's a small person after entering the room. Don't fall into that bottle, Tubbs.
Sorry, dudes. I couldn't find my wire.
You couldn't find what?
My wire kit.
Yeah, I'd
The
imagine
fucking
you being small, that would be quite small, actually.
yeah, fucking all my cables and shit like were all over the shop. I was like, where the fuck are I? So disorganized. And I apologize. I apologize.
Oh, you upset everyone in the chat, like.
Everyone in the chat can go. I'm sorry.
No. Finish it. Go on. Say what you were going to
They
say.
can go fuck a donkey and have some rice pudding afterwards because I heard it's healthy and it's good for your testicles.
Okay. Connor said I submitted an image for the selfie series, but got an email back saying they're not doing Sloth from the Goonies. Good old self-deprecation. I love it. Jonathan just saying hi to everyone. Mick the same. Tez
Hello,
says
everyone.
make Matt squirm. Tip of the cap to all the chat from Simon. So
Simon.
Tubbs,
Yeah.
I don't know
MacGyver
what
that
that
shit.
was. Mini karate chop or something.
Oh, it was actually a tip of the cap, and I tried to speed that shit up this time.
I tried
It's all good.
selfie series, but the only selfies I'm used to taking are dick pics. It looked like earthworm chip. Don't give Tubbs ideas. It's a terrible idea.
But that could be a new segment on the show.
Connor, you never wank alone. I will. Simon, every week you say that. Every week I will make that same joke because I fucking hate Liverpool. I don't. No, there's worse teams than Liverpool, honestly. Spurs. Who is it? I can't see him. He's so small. But he got the magnifying glass and all too for his phone, like so.
I got the
Chris, don't you mean
man.
Tez and the YouTuber formerly known as Matt? So Matt, who is formerly of Universal Collector, yeah, that's right, has changed his name to Zero Hunter Toys. So if you haven't followed him before, go follow him. Mick says, "Unleash the dwarf." Jesus, don't explode on camera. Oh, that sounds worse than I even came out.
See, it sounds dirtier than you meant it, right?
Yeah. Them teaspoons of water are heavy tubs.
Fucking tease bunches. Look. Oh no! I make it worse. Oh.
Christ.
Okay,
yeah.
get it out of the
I
system.
do, John, I do. And Simon is right. Connor never wanks alone. He joins the rest of the choir. Father Michael is back in style again this week.
Team effort. It's a team effort.
Christian is here. Another one who was at the Echo Best meetup this weekend.
Story smuggles.
Someone, and I don't fully understand it. Story buddies.
Story buddies.
So yeah. So Tubbs, you don't know this, but some of the guys met up at a convention the weekend.
Deadly.
Mr. Fuller went over and represented the Irish. I don't know how he got.
Now I'm not being smart, right? Probably not the best of the representation there now, Fuller. Do you know what I mean? Like, you should have brought some backup, kid.
And I believe somebody said to him, "Oh, of course I know that person. That's Brian."
I'm only joking. I love Fuller.
Oh, I kid. Connor says, "Story Christian, Dr. Smuggles."
Dr. Smuggles.
Chris, what those Echo boys get up to in the privacy of their own convention is between them, God, and the RSPCA. Tubbs is like, I don't understand any of that.
I read that and I basically got they all fucked, right?
Story Connor. Hey Christian, Mick, Jonathan. Ted says, "Yo, Mr. Grey Pants." Unfortunately, the Grey Pants convention did go quite well. Smugglers Canyon is the founder of that. I wore grey in honor of him, like so.
I wore purple.
Connor says, "I tried to spike size drink, but mixed up the glasses." So you just spiked yourself then.
He Jeffrey Dahmered his shit.
Oh God. Yeah, so yeah, good segue, sort of. Because we could just stand here talking shite for hours like we usually do. But we have topics and discussions and shit to mix into the fun as usual.
Some might say we have an actual show to cover, right?
A little bit, Tubbs.
A little bit.
So we have usual show and tell with your art corner. I have a few entries to that. There's Pulsecon 2022 chat where we're going to talk about the MCU stuff. There's a lot of MCU news. I kind of went through all this already, but I'll do it again for you. And there's Andor, Rings of Power, House of the Dragon, and as you just mentioned, Jeffrey fucking Dahmer. So there's a lot of stuff to talk about tonight, but we probably won't get through half of it.
It's been a heavy week for content, really, isn't it?
Yeah. Connor, I didn't know Cy wore glasses. Cy was on pints of gravy. All right, Connor, that explains APD. I know what you're talking about. Cy's from Blackpool, they have a natural immunity to Rohypnol. So Tubbs, don't ever go to Blackpool, you're fucked. Your party trick won't get far.
Fuck. Damn it. I mean, it's all I got. Like, do you know what I mean? You got to have a master and, like, be able to master something, you know?
Yeah.
So at least I'm knowing my geography. But I'm learning the geography of where not to go.
The sour spots with the. Must have been a homeless convention, so it is.
That made me giggle way more than it should have.
Yeah. I think grey jeans could easily be replaced by Mr. Adidas. And that's
man.
Connor Fuller. Jedi mind tricks don't work on me. Okay, so what do you want to cover first? So, Tubbs, Pulsecon, or I suppose you haven't seen any of the reveals and stuff. So,
well, to be fair, I mean, like, do you want to do the show and tell? Because I'm gonna be honest with you, right? Oh, fuck all this week.
Okay.
I had like 6 fucking birthdays and all that shit. So I didn't even get no fucking like new drawings done this week. So like, yeah, I've no new art. I have started some shit. It's one of those things. Next week I'll have like more, but I have no new art. New art finished.
Art from someone else in the community anyway, Tubbs. So.
This is what I was going to ask you: is the fact that I don't have anything new. Do we have any updates on said project?
Okay, so. Jonathan says, Lobot, do people actually wear Adidas? What am I wearing at the moment?
Well, back in the early 2000s, maybe.
I have Adidas. I have Adidas runners on.
Yeah, we've established this, buddy. You are Mr. Retro.
Huh?
You live in the retro bubble of all the pop culture, man. You gotta have some fucking Adidas or Reebok flying around, like.
I suppose.
It's gotta be in there, you know.
Connor said, I asked the hotel, can I get any yolks over there? And she sent scrambled eggs up at room service. It's a win, like, so scrambled eggs are nice, like, so.
Eggs are good for you, buddy.
Exactly. Excellent. Smash that yolk. What?
Right in the rim hole.
Yeah, Simon's is a sour Joe. What? No art? Fuck's sake.
Yeah, I know, I'm sorry. No art this week, kids. Had a busy week.
Jedi mind tricks don't work, but buy him a baby sham and you can finger him behind the bins. Or in front of the bins. It doesn't really matter, like. Smuggler says, just seeing they've added another figure to the HasLab, getting desperate. Yes, we're going to talk about that soon as well. Jared is here. Hey, Jared. Hope you're feeling better, my friend. And a lower tier too, Christian. Evening, Jared. What's up, Jared? Okay. So, what are we doing? Okay, this is what we're doing. Show and tell. So, I only have 2 items this week. And I was on a live stream with Shabby and Tez Friday, so I showed off one of these things already.
Yes.
So I will show them off again. I knock everything while I'm doing it. So this, shut up. This is Null from The King in Black. Basically, he's the Venom's god. Basically.
Yes, you showed me this one. Yeah.
So this is him. I can't remember if I showed him on this one last week or not. Maybe I did. I don't know. But
no, I don't think you did. I remember you showed me.
And yeah, he's quite big. He's quite cool as well. Wait, he was actually showing off at last year's Pulsecon. So to get him the week before it started, should tell you where your pre-orders this week is going to take. Yep. Yeah. So, Christian says, I'm almost embarrassed for them, Jonathan. The sad thing, Christian, is both of those figures are awesome. Chris says you were on a live stream with Shabby, Tez, and who, Brian? I can't remember, Chris. I don't know. Was it you? I think it was. It was Chris. My second figure is, I'm sure a lot of people will enjoy this one, is from Star Wars Black Series. I don't buy a lot of Star Wars figures anymore. but this is the fifth brother
Oh
Inquisitor.
yes, yeah, you showed me these two, yeah.
And no,
Oh,
Tubbs,
they're
you haven't
cool.
seen any of these. But I'm quite happy with this guy, actually. I kind of want to buy Riva now as well. And the thing even spins a little bit. So, yeah, it's quite a good figure.
I haven't seen.
Um,
No, I haven't seen this one out of the box.
there you go. If you can see him
Yeah, he
there.
looks pretty solid, man. To be fair.
He's well articulated and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, quite good. And even the lightsaber thing can peg into the back here. So
And
yeah,
and can you take the actual sabers out of it?
you can take the sabers out, yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
and just peg in the handle. But I think I'm just going to keep him holding it
Standing with it.
onto display, like so. Even though I don't think he uses it in the show, does he?
Yeah, but let's be honest,
There we go. It does spin
he
a
only
little
kind of
bit.
showed up randomly in the show here and there anyway. Like,
Yeah, he was just really cursing fucking Riva out of it more than anything. He didn't really do
excuse
anything in the
me.
show. But yeah, that's him. So that was all my purchases this week, unfortunately.
Yeah, I mean, as I said, I had like
I
a
mean, I
ton of
paid
birthdays
bills
this
and
week, so
stuff. That counts.
most of my my buying money went on fucking other people this week. Joy's birthdays and all that kind of crack in 1 week, you know.
What's the motto, Tubbs? Fuck them kids.
Fuck the kids. I could be taken way
No,
wrong in
no,
an open
Tubbs, not
world
that
scenario.
way. Yeah, aggressive way.
I'm just saying.
Which is worse again. So Jonathan said, cell shaded retro Spidey out as well this week for those who are interested. I did send that on to Tubbs. He's made his
You
man.
did send me onto that.
So did he get it or not or what?
I haven't. No. I haven't sorted it. I'm gonna sort it this week.
All right, okay.
Yeah.
No, I was just saying, like, anyway. Jonathan, don't tell anyone, but a lot of Marvel Legends stuff goes over my head. I think you just outed yourself, Christian. But Jonathan said, yeah, Christian, some of the figures are doing are serious deep dives in comic history. And that's what I love as well. I'm sick of the MCU figures. Just give me more comic figures.
Yeah, go back to the old school fucking roots of the thing, like.
Tubbs knows how you feel, Christian. Everything does. I thought it was Ragnar Lothbrok that was on that live stream on Friday. Which one was that? It was his brother Ragnar Cockblock.
Oh Jesus Christ!
This is it, Jonathan. My knowledge is minimal. He wasn't alone in cursing Riva out. To be fair, yeah, she had a whole fandom on her ass there at one point. So,
go
on.
No. I was just saying a quick update for Jonathan as well. As I remember a few weeks ago, he was asking me to let him know to update him on those Power Ranger graphic novels, and they're pretty good fucking read actually.
Where did you get them again?
I bought them in a flea market, dude, in a fucking secondhand bookstore.
How are you doing buying fleas?
I like to put fleas on me, dude. They're itchy and they get fucking and they get all the kinks out of all the tightness in the shoulders and stuff. Yeah, so they're actually the Shattered Grid books.
The Boom comics.
Pretty cool, man. Pretty cool read.
So
entertaining books.
I do have some art.
Go on, show me.
Okay. So let's get this up now. That's what she said.
In her rim hole.
Oh God, Tubbs, you'd go further with it, like, didn't you? Okay, so I'm just laughing at some of the other pictures here, like. Okay, so let's share the old screen.
Go on.
Do bear with me, my friends.
You take your God-satisfying time there, sir.
Well, what, like you did tonight?
Mm-hmm. The bride is always late to her own wedding, sir, okay?
I am, of course, joking. Okay, so this is a pretty bitchin' Batman.
Wow, that's cool.
So this is one of 3. And these are all done by Smith Lord.
Smith, man, that's fucking deadly.
This is kind of a work in progress as well. It's fucking class. Really, really cool. Watching even the gargoyle and everything down there.
Yeah, man, I'm loving the style. Like,
And the last one, oh, all the funny. Forgot to play our intro. Hold on.
Culture fucking cast with me, Bob fucking Ross Tubbsy. I'm painting pictures. Can you not see that?
oh my god, it's beautiful.
Oh, it has to be done like. Oh, did you missed our intro actually?
That's like nightmare fuel right there.
Oh yeah, big time. That's funny though. Yeah, so the last one is an update on Razor Laser, which is looking smashing.
Fucking fantastic, man.
He's very Green Arrow, isn't he? With the facial hair.
Yeah, I'm loving it, dude. I'm digging the shit out of it.
Really
This is
cool,
what
yeah.
I mean about this fucking whole concept. Is like I'm getting to see like the legs. I'm looking at Alan Smith's picture here, man. Like the legs, man. The legs are like fucking deadly cool, and my legs look like janky fucking hobbit fucking feet. You
Do
know,
not
I
speak
mean, I
ill
still
of a
hate
hobbit.
the fucking way I drew the legs on mine, but this is turned out fantastic. I love it.
Yeah, this is really
Have
cool.
have you got any color scheme in mind for it yet?
Let's go out of this now. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to fucking. I can't wait to see how this turns out. Like fucking fully finished. And when it is done, dude, I'm gonna hang that shit on my wall. I'm gonna put it up and go like, that's cool.
Jono said about the Power Rangers thing. Cool Bean subs. I'll have to check them out on the Irish Comic Book channel.
Do yeah, do
And Chris says somehow I think that quote is making the back cover. Great art, Comic Readers Monthly. Pretty fucking good, Tubbs.
Yeah, I fucking love it, dude.
Connor said these are class. It's
See,
about on par. Go on.
No, I love this as well. I think we should have more of this. Like, is
Definitely, yeah.
like people showing their art on the show as well, man. As outside of me just showing what I did every week. Like, I mean, fucking, some weeks not at all.
Yeah, that's what I said in the group chat a while ago.
Yeah.
Like, if anyone wants to drop like even figure pictures, I know Connor does loads of those.
Yeah, fucking man. That's
like
the whole point of
dioramas,
this
the
shit, man. You know
G4
what I mean?
showed before. Just
We like looking at other people's work too. Like,
but I'm gonna actually keep my Twitter open now, just in case anyone does send me anything while they're on.
yeah, 100% do. No, I'm genuinely loving that. Like, I'm loving how it looks.
Loving it.
I'm loving
it like this.
The pose gesture and everything, just to stand up with the cape out or the jacket out, the whole lot. It's fucking cool.
Jonathan said it's about on par with a review quote from the Guardian or the Daily Star, Chris. I just laughed out loud at that shit. Smugglers, you can type out shit here. We are not afraid of swears.
Yeah, man, I say fuck every fucking second sentence. Like,
yeah, fuckity, fuck.
fuckity, fuck.
Sai loves it. Fire emojis all around.
Yeah.
Jonathan said, Tubbs, not being able to draw legs and feet never stopped Rob Liefeld.
This is very true. I mean, this is a very valid fucking point.
And Chris says, colors, I'm thinking blues, but for some reason, red lasers don't seem to go for me. Yellow lasers.
How about purple?
Purple, yeah.
Yeah, like purple.
Lobot said, those two Superman sketches are looking good, said Christian. Amazing. Let's survive Paddy Best story, boys.
Story, Paddy.
Welcome to the chat, my friend. Guys, this is Paddy, our real life friend and movie maker.
Story by
us. Twitcher? That doesn't sound right, Tubbs. Is it Twitcher?
Oh, a picture.
He's a bit of a Twitcher.
He's a bit of a Twitter.
Paddy is just as bad as us, like, to be fair.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Jonathan says, Paddy. Chris says,
I mean, if we were three peas in a pod, we'd lick each other. Like, let's be honest.
Well, you'd lick anything, Tubbs.
This is true.
You're fucking vile. Anyway. Jonathan, my beautiful old flower. Mick says, Paddy. And Jonathan says, "Is Twitch broken, Patty?"
Twitch broke. Oh my god.
See, no fire held here. Smuggler's Canyon's laughing. Jonathan's laughing. Oh, I'm a twitchy boy. I
Twitchy
broke it,
boy.
Jonathan. I think he tried to lick it too much, like
He
Tubbs
did.
does.
He did.
But so yeah, what we're talking about next is Pulsecon 2022.
Okay, I've seen some.
No, what we'll talk about first actually is HasLab, because so like some of the guys mentioned it there earlier. So as you know, Tubbs, like they released the new Robbie Reyes parts like after pulling them a couple of days beforehand.
Yeah, I mean, look, I don't know as much about it as you do, obviously, but I even shake my head at that one. I was like, what the fuck was the point of that?
And Jonathan is now firing shots. He says, "No, Brian, Paddy always makes the effort to dress up for this show, unlike the two shams on it at the moment."
Dude, I'm wearing a
So
fucking...
I do look like a sham. Oh yes, that's what I was aiming for.
Man, I'm wearing a nice top. I wore purple tonight.
Brian Connor is sharing pictures in the group, and for once they aren't off his bumhole.
Nice.
I was hoping for bumhole pictures actually.
Well, we
Okay.
did just talk about the rim, like, so.
So we've got some bits and pieces for
Man, throw that.
figure picks. Okay. So these are from the Culturecast group, and I will say the names as I go over them. I don't know why they updated this thing the other day. Everything's so weird.
Oh, dude, fucking... Is that the new update to Twitter?
No, StreamYard.
Oh, okay, right. Because I was just about to say, I don't
Stream.
really use Twitter much, but it seems like the new setup to Twitter is like fucking, like ghastly.
So this is Darth Vader. Whoop, go back. Everyone banging on about Sylvester's mind was shite. They stuck a helmet on. Why can't they hold my magnificent beard? So this is some from Connor. He does figure pictures. That's fucking incredible, man. I love the
How did you get the glare, Con?
It's so cool. It's obviously the app or whatever, but the darkness and everything in it is brilliant.
That's really fucking cool, dude.
This is another one. These are Action Force. I think this is Karak. And again, watch the shine off the blade.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is like, how are you getting the glare?
So fucking cool.
Or the flare effect on the light. That's fucking cool.
Hold on, it's after jumping. And this, I love this.
Wow.
That is absolutely incredible, man. I love the red at the bottom. The smokiness down here. It's so cool. And if you go on to one of his videos the other day, he shows how he got this effect. It's amazing how you when you see.
Yeah, I genuinely like to sit down and talk about like some of the like this they look, they're only like tiny little kind of effects in the thing, but they really sell the shots like.
And this is one Simon did. Absolutely incredible.
E.T. fucking Christ, man.
So fucking good, Simon, man. You're just fucking talent knows no bounds.
Dude, I mean, this is what I mean. I see stuff like this, and I realize I still have so much to learn about it.
Yeah, but that's it though, Tubbs. Like you got to start somewhere, and like last week, your Superman was it last week or the week before?
It would have been last week's one, yeah.
Your Superman was just incredible, honestly. Like,
I mean, look, as I've said 100 times before, man, I'm learning from the advice and just fucking watching other people do the work. You know what I mean? I'm kind of picking up bits and pieces as I go. So this has been therapeutic and great on this channel as well, to be fucking just, and this is what I love about it, man. It's like fucking, I'm now looking at like stuff Connor did, and I'm like, oh man, I'd love to know how to do that. So, do you know what I mean? It's like we're all picking things up off each other, which is great, you know.
Where are we? Okay. So Smuggler says shots fired. Jonathan says Twitter just got a major update, and Elon agreed to buy it again. Fuck that guy. He's all talk. These pics are insane, Connor. Don't look like action figures at all. And
did my signal go all fucked up there? I think so.
Yeah, you're glitching, bud.
Yes, I did. I glitched out.
Fire. What John said. And Connor said, yeah, Sly's work is out of this fucking world. Looks like it says ET phone order through for Chinese food. I'll have a chicken curry, please.
ET's got to get his chow down too, kids.
Lobot says, freaking amazing ET.
Yeah, I agree.
Jonathan, this. Okay, so where is
The shade, what I loved was the shading's fucking top notch in it.
Okay, so what I'm going to do is I have it up now. I'm going to go through Pulsecon before we do the HasLab.
Let's pulse.
I actually had it set up. So a big shout out to the guy Paternia on Twitter who like put up updates of everything as it was coming out. So
I had seen bits and pieces on Twitter, but like as I said, there's fucking. I wasn't sure what was actually fucking new or what I was watching. Really, I was just kind of seeing bits and pieces.
So hold on now. I'm just going to flick through this. These were Transformers. These like core class Dinobots. Some like mini ones. This is what I'm going to be getting anyway. This fella. This is like Transformers Legacy Breakdown. So it's the next piece of Menasor, which is a combiner. A Stunticon.
Okay, right.
So we'll be getting him just for the combiner piece, really.
And how many? How many pieces altogether does?
4.
Just 4. Okay.
Well, 5,
And
including the big one.
Is he the last piece?
Yeah, he's the last one they're releasing anyway.
Okay.
As you can see, there's loads like Leo Prime.
Fuck ton of Transformers stuff coming, yeah.
Transformers Leo Prime is really cool as well.
Wow.
But like it looks terrible in the lion mud. All those bits and pieces. Now this thing, I don't know. Cool. This is Transformers Legacy Voyage or Tarn. So he's basically a bad guy. His face is the Decepticon insignia if you look at it.
Yeah, okay, right.
I have no idea who this guy is, but he's a comic character in it, but he looks incredible.
Yeah.
I sort of want him. Just on that alone. And of course, then they went talking for ages about all this Magic the Gathering crap. And just boring show. And they did have a life-size version of that Tarn thing as well in the studio.
So is he kind of like one of the main selling points of this line?
I think so, yeah, because he's like a big bad guy in the comics apparently. Joker instead of Megatron, and that's just an AR thing as well. It's not an actual built.
Oh, so yeah, it's like a visual image, like
augmented reality, Tubbs.
Oh, yes.
Augmented reality. Hold on now. Go through the comments while we're here. Lobot says Pumpcon. Dagon is here. Hello. Hey, Dagon.
Story buddy.
Back, my friend. So you should do one of these time-lapse videos of you drawing something from start to finish. Yes, that would be amazing. I would love to see that.
I think definitely anyone that any one of us that does like the drawing thing, we should start doing that. Because you said it to me, Brian, about doing one as well, and I'm like, oh my god.
The time I got one of them hobby kits for Dragon Ball Z, I did a time lapse video on the review for it. It was pretty cool, I thought.
I mean, I might give it a go. I might give it a go actually and see how I fucking fare out.
Smitlord said I got a Transformer from Wish. I ordered a Transformer from Wish. I got a lady with a. No. Simon. I received art from some of the greats at Echo, Smuggler's Canyon. Jonathan Ruffalo. Mick says, is Breakdown a waiter now? I look at him holding the spoiler. Jonathan says, Tarn. IDW Tarn. Okay, so these guys know a bit more about it than I do, but he looks class anyway. Hi, Dagon.
Story.
Watch this space, Mr. Redmond. Mick, he's a great character. Awesome Psy. Lobot, the best bot. I like what you did there. I see you. The CGI Tarn is more real than those 3 dipshits in the studio. Well, to be fair, Jonathan, that wouldn't be hard because wanting the consistency of the hosts on all of Pulsecon is they were consistently stupid and dumb and
one or two of the videos I saw, they're just they seem very kind of I don't know, just very fucking annoying.
Yeah. There was a DJ guy and a guy who clearly like been a cage fighter or something before,
Okay.
and they were just talking. Yeah, look at this shit, blah blah. You know, all over exaggerated bullshit. Like,
Yeah.
but yeah. Let's go back through. So yeah, on moving on from Transformers. I don't collect Power Rangers. I don't think anybody else in this group collects Power Rangers, so I'm going to just keep going.
Yeah, but are these the Street Fighter Power Rangers you were talking about?
Yes, I'm going to show the Street Fighter Power Rangers
Yeah.
actually when I come across them. So this is a new thing lately. Power Rangers have done crossovers with Turtles.
They did. Yeah,
And
they did the Turtles. Yeah.
Now you've got Lightning Collection, Power Rangers X Street Fighter. So that's Ken and that's Cammy. I'm not sure how I feel about those.
I mean, Ken literally just looks like a hybrid of the Green and Red Ranger.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, her pigtails and everything are articulated, which is really strange.
Yeah, I mean, it's so fucking weird. It's kind of like, I get it. They have to wear the helmets. They're Power Rangers, but there's no Street Fighter connection there.
Yeah, they're just. Yeah, I don't know what it is.
It's kind of like they just put like bits of Street Fighter suits on a Power Ranger.
Yeah,
at least with the Turtles, you had like the shells on them and stuff. Do you know what I mean?
Like, what wouldn't be interesting now is like a mix of M. Bison and Lord Zed or something like that.
Yeah. If you had kind of like fucking done like a meld or something.
Moving on to starting lineup. So these are like basketball figures.
Okay.
Tubbs, have a guess how much these are retailing at. There's LeBron.
I mean, basketball in the States is pretty fucking big, so about $100.
Well, maybe in a couple of years, but at the moment they're 50 quid each.
Okay, yeah, I was double shooting that. Like, yeah, even 50 quid is fucking ridiculous. Like
they have license, shoe, kicks, the whole lot. Like, so
yeah.
I imagine you're paying for the Nike license, Spalding license.
I mean, that's not my bag. Like, I mean, outside of wrestling figures, I've never really collected like sports figures. If you get me?
No, me neither.
Fortnite, is it?
Yeah, 2 seconds. I'm just going back to the comments. Second-rate Voltron there. There's fighting talk. Why were the dev team segments all rushed from start to finish, only to cut back to the studio for 30 minutes with these utter gee bags? Yeah, I don't understand it at all. Lobot says not for me. Simon says you're an amazing artist, Christian. Proud to have some of your work here.
Yeah, very much so.
Some art as well, Christian. That'll be really cool as well.
And thank you very much for all the advice as well, man. Fucking yeah, I love art.
Thing I've ever seen. Tell us how you really feel.
He's not wrong though.
No, it is. It's dumb. It's dumb as fuck.
Yeah, it's fucking stupid.
Yeah, Christian, your work is awesome, dude. Jonathan said, at least the Power Rangers TMNT figures look cool. Now,
I mean, you could genuinely dispute they were turtles in suits, do you know?
I really liked the Green Ranger Shredder crossover figure. That looked really cool.
Yeah, but I mean, one thing I liked about them was they were still kind of, you know, like Shredder and the Turtles.
The shape and everything, like.
Yeah. These just look like generic Power Ranger costumes.
Dig on to 60. License PumpCon. Chris says, so you can get figures of basketball players. They paid licensing for freaking shoes and ticks and shit, and I'm still waiting for my Bond line. I think the last thing anybody wants though is Hasbro to get a stranglehold on the James Bond line. Yeah, no. The legends, a lot of you. No, Chris, you're the legend. Anyone that creates stuff from in here is a legend, in my opinion. Including this fella, Simon.
Speaking of fucking figure lines, did anyone hear any fucking news on the Spawn movie updates that were out today?
No.
All right, okay.
Yeah, didn't deliver on that, did he?
So he didn't go out. Okay.
Let's go through. Nobody collects Fortnite. I know Connor has a few. I have a few as well, because some of them look cool. But this one doesn't look too bad with the helmet on. Like, almost like a gladiator type figure. But again, not
I mean,
bothered.
I've seen people use the Fortnite figures, like the bigger ones,
Mm.
to create like pretty cool custom characters and stuff.
So let's move on to the Marvel stuff.
Yeah,
So I showed you this the other night.
that's fucking pretty badass. Like this is what I like about this figure was this created a conversation about like about our knowledge and remembrance of the original cartoon.
Well, also from Marvel versus Capcom. That's where the big canon is from.
Yeah.
There's a debate going on one of the Facebook groups at the moment. This version of the figure is $60, which is nuts. But the Mayfix one is 135, and this is the better one. A lot of people are saying.
Yeah.
But
Is the Mayfix one bigger though?
no, the Mayfix one is smaller, but it's got that Japanese articulation and stuff. But the canon is actually better on the Hasbro one, which is
yeah.
Which is a strange.
I don't know.
one.
I mean, I still
I
look at
wouldn't
the
pay it
fucking
myself as much as I love
the
this
price
figure.
range on everything that's coming out at the moment is crazy money. Like,
Well, that's like that's companies being greedy and a little bit of
Yeah.
inflation as well. As you can see here, he looks really cool, holding it like size of the fucking thing.
and he's the 6-inch trigger, right?
Yeah, this is a 3.75 Ghost Rider for the retro collection. Looks. I thought when I saw this first, it looked like a poor McDonald's toy.
Dude, I'm not being smart. You could fucking get that character, spray it black, and put it inside your Bratz car. There's your HasLab.
It's only 4-inch.
I don't fucking care. Put a booster seat under it.
What? Just because you need a booster seat now, Tops.
We all
Oh,
find ways to see over the fucking windscreen, alright?
Connor said, "I want a range of Con Air figures."
Oh,
Yes,
dude, could
I
you
would love a
imagine it?
range of figures from that.
With the bunny
Darren
and the
Green.
box as well. Like, could you imagine the collectibles with it? Like,
Tubbs, I can just picture you with the Garland Green figure singing the whole world in his hands together in a rocking chair.
dude, if that's me in real life. I was hoping that fucking shit went pear-shaped in the pandemic so I could be fucking in there singing that song.
How can Hasbro make unique skulls for the Fortnite figures and not charge crazy money yet? Star Wars fan get nickel and dimed to fuck.
There you go.
I think it's because Fortnite makes so much fucking money as well from the game.
So does fucking Star Wars done a
The
lot of
license
other
is
fucking
probably
ways,
for
you know.
nothing. Smugglers.
Like, I
Cave
mean, I would
is
make the
fully
argument, right,
accessible.
that with the way they're banging out the Star Wars figures at the moment, are they worth the 40 quid that you're paying for them?
No, I'm going to get to the ones that were shown as well. And Smitler said put the bunny
Yeah,
back
with the bunny in the
box.
box, yeah, with the small accessories to the side. I'd love it.
What was his name in it again? Oh, fuck it.
Who?
Nicolas Cage's name in it. What was his name in the movie?
Oh, fuck. We have
remember
an
John
entire
John
chat full of
Malkovich.
people that'll find that out. God,
John
what was his
Malkovich's
fucking name
character
in
was
that movie?
brilliant as well. Oh,
Castor
Diamond
Troy
Dog
was
didn't
face
was-
off.
Diamond Dog was Ving Rhames' character, wasn't it?
Castor Troy was face off.
Cyrus the Virus was fucking
Cyrus
John
the Virus
Malkovich.
was Malkovich. God.
Hey there, hummingbird.
Wife beater vest, yes. God, man, what was his fucking name in the movie?
Yes, Christian. That cartoon was fucking awful. Jonathan says, "Do you have more than one Fortnite figure, Brian?" As I think that constitutes a collection. I actually have a custom Fortnite figure as well.
You do.
3 or 4 of them. Like when I first started playing Fortnite, I refused to pay for anything, so I just picked one character, and one of my mates fucking customized it for me. A Kingsman line would be pretty cool too. You could easily make a Samuel L. Jackson figure out of any. He's had so many figures from different lines now.
Yeah.
Dagon says, "Lol." McDonald's toy for sure. Tubbs is the oracle of booster seats. Oh Christ!
Do you know what I'd fucking love? And I know this is going to be fucking left wing and right out the fucking craziness. I'd love a figure line from a film called Legend, not the Tom Hardy one now.
The fantasy film, isn't it?
Yeah, Tim Curry is the devil and the whole fucking shebang.
Let them all hit clearance. That's the key. There was a figure of that devil fucking Tim Curry years ago, I think.
Yeah, this is
Cameron
true. Yeah,
Poe,
Disney
yes,
wishes
Connor,
Star
my
Wars makes
hero.
the Fortnite money.
Cameron Poe.
Cameron Poe. There you go.
One night we should do an art show. Me, Tubbs, Christian for 2 hour live art show. Then a giveaway for the art. This I like.
That's a
I
fucking
think
good idea, man.
I think that's something we should do on a Saturday. Maybe a Saturday night special would be a great idea.
Jesus, yeah, man. Fucking hell.
So you guys go into a like group chat and figure that out. And
But see, then my balls would
I'll
shrivel up and
host
I'd
it.
fucking go into myself.
What?
I get the stage for it. My balls would shrivel up into my fucking inside myself, like.
It's just us. It's the same as the culture cast.
But no, I'm totally up for that, dude. Totally up for
Connor
that.
said, "Oh, good shout." Smuggler says that sounds stressful as fuck. Sorry. Do it, boys. That would be a good idea. Lola.
Yeah, I agree. I mean,
yeah, I am
look,
here for that. If you guys want to show off, your
I am
art,
still very much a novice, and I'm still very much learning. I'm hitting good picks here and there, and I'm fucking getting kind of okay ones. But I'm totally up for fucking trying that out. Like, see what we can come up with.
Let's do it. Let's do it. We'll talk about it in the ether. So, this is the Mephisto figure.
Okay.
And
is he still locked behind the paywall?
So yeah, at 12,000. So like they showed this, right? This thing that he's holding as a like tease to the next tier 2, and that is this character, the Goblin Queen, right? Today,
I mean, she's hot. Like.
Today they revealed the Goblin Queen as tier 1 at 10,000 backers. So they went backwards. So like Mephisto is still 12k, and
fucking hell.
So they're really getting desperate. And
like,
even then they didn't get the costume right.
I mean, look, don't get me wrong. Look, they all look like cool figures, right? But it's just turning out to be kind of more of a shit show than anything else, isn't it?
Yeah, they've really fucking shit the pants here, like. So like, I don't know. I still don't think it's going to get back. It's still going backwards. It's still losing people. So,
I mean,
I don't know. I don't.
She is a hot figure, like.
Yeah, but like, come on.
Could you imagine taking her head off and putting the skull figure on and just like having like Mephisto bang the crap out of her?
Oh, jeez.
She'd be like she Ghost Rider or some shit.
Okay, so the guys are still workshopping here. Separate the men from the boys here, Simon. Or should that be zoinks?
Oh man.
I like this now as well. Get a character wish list off people and choose your favorite. That would work.
Okay, yeah, that's what I was just about to ask. Is like, how would that work? Like, you know, like, do we all like just draw our own favorite off the list on the live stream and just kind of we're set to like we have like a certain time limit to finish it or something?
No, I don't. I don't. Yeah, we'd have to figure it out. Like,
yeah.
Connor says Basic Instinct.
No, that's a fucking figure line, man. Do you know, with like fucking articulated hips and shit, you know, for the move over shots.
Someone draw Sharon Stone.
Oh Jesus, yeah, I was going fucking.
Simon said chat chooses what we draw. Yeah, Jack sinking to the bottom of the ocean in Titanic.
There you go. I think that's a good shout. Well, like, I mean, actually, the chat chooses we're drawing Basic Instinct, right?
We'll have to keep it like comic related or something like that.
So yeah.
For it to work, and
because I mean, I'll be honest, right?
Certain people.
I've learned through this process that like comics and cartoon characters are kind of where my strong draws, where I kind of like to keep my drawing sense.
Jonathan says draw Peppa Pig. Everyone loves Peppa.
Do you know what we could do? We could draw Peppa Pig, but like fucking fantasy her up, like.
That's very, I don't know. Simon says I'm drawing Brie Larson.
Oh God, I'm out.
You know, Tubbs, she had a picture up the other day, and it was fairly revealing. Did you see it?
Show me, or I'm not believing you.
I'm not going looking for fucking smut for you. Fuck off and find your own. As I type it into fucking Google. Hold on.
Is it okay? Was it on Twitter?
I can't remember where I saw it, to be honest.
I'll have to look for that.
No, and I'm not going through all her fucking Instagram. Fuck that. Yeah, so where was I? Okay, so next figure was Marvel Legends Orb. So this is like going to be a regular release. This is an old character from Ghost Rider. It's really, really cool. Definitely getting him, like. He just looks
Wow.
he looks so fucking odd, like.
Sometimes the oddest things are the best things, man.
What's the word? Toyetic.
Toyetic.
Then they revealed Molecule Man, who was in the original.
Didn't you say like fucking it was Multiplying Man or some shit?
Oh, Multiple Man is up further up as well.
You were saying that people would just buy multiple versions of him or something?
Yeah, because like he's an army builder.
Yeah.
Moonstone from the Thunderbolts, definitely getting her as well.
Okay.
Really wanted her for a long time. Then there's the What If Gamora, the episode that
looks cool.
Really? I don't know. I don't like it. I don't think she suits the.
I mean, yeah, but it's a what if version. Like, do you know what I mean? What if she became fucking Thanos? Like,
what if she was a peg warmer? Get it when it goes down on sale.
Oh, go back.
Yeah, that's just the Goblin Queen figure I showed you already. See, she's supposed to have underboob.
I mean, the more you show me of this character,
right?
like...
This is how annoying the show got. They did this thing. They brought on like an NFL quarterback who probably has no fucking idea what's going on to reveal this Wolverine with his kid. So stupid. So yeah, there's the yellow and blue Wolverine. That looks really cool.
I mean, side note, do you think you're going to see a suit in Deadpool 3?
Oh, well, that's a whole other discussion, like, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. But just like, do you think you'll see something like that?
Maybe. I don't think so, though. It'll definitely be more muted, like the Deadpool one.
Yeah. Like maybe the brown and yellow, like.
Vern says, "Listen to the car. Hello, all in chat." Vern actually got one of the Selfie series figures, and I had a look at it today. It looks cool. I did say though that it's a bit uncanny valley. But yeah, that's what you expect with these things anyway. Smut and Brie Larson are words that should never go together, or maybe they should. It's usually the opposites attract.
This could be the corner that turns the relationship, like.
Yeah, maybe, but I doubt it. I'm drawing Costner raising one hand. That's a sore point for Tubbs, that one. Connor says, drawing a mannequin and putting red dots in it where Father Michael tried to touch me.
Oh,
see, wow. Connor, all I can think of when I hear the word mannequin now, all I can think of is Jeffrey fucking Dahmer.
Actually, this is a genuine question for all the other artists in the group here. Do you know those articulated like action figures that you can buy online?
Yeah.
Are they genuinely good for like fucking using for gesture poses and stuff? Because I was thinking about buying one or two of them.
Oh, the blanks you're talking about, is it?
Yeah, the blank figures that you can kind of like pose them in all different things. I heard they're supposed to be really good for kind of like gesture poses and stuff, like to have it like you can put on, get them in any pose you want, kind of a thing for the image you're trying to capture.
Okay, I think I have something like that.
You have one there, don't you? Because I was toying with the idea. I was thinking, because I mean, I do like to like have like fucking visual fucking aid when I'm doing stuff as well. Like, so I like Tubbs, that.
You're talking about something like this, is it?
Yeah, something along lines of that, where you can kind of see all the joints. Like, I've seen a few videos online where they're like saying that
this, for anyone that doesn't know, is a synthetic human, and you can like put it in a million different poses.
Yes,
It's
I'm
like the
saying yeah,
most articulated figure I've ever had. Never
because some of the
will have.
videos I was watching, Brian, they were saying that like because of how the joints are very visible, they're very good for kind of teaching your eye where like the joints in the body should be, all this kind of crack. Like, I mean, so I just wondered, is that even like is that another option for this stuff as well, just to kind of help you along with
Like
the
you can see
process?
there, like all the hands and stuff come off as well.
Yeah, yeah,
Um,
yeah.
yeah, like what do you, like you can practically roll him into a ball. That's how articulated he is. Like,
That's fucking cool. Yeah, because I'm looking at that now and I'm kind of going, so you can see like the shoulder joints and fucking things like that, and the ab crunch and stuff.
yeah, you've got the
Um,
whole joints there and everything. Like
yeah,
it's.
yeah. Because I'm wondering, would it like be like, would it really kind of fucking just set it up in front of you and kind of like just use it for a reference or something?
I don't know. It might be worth a shot
I've
anyway.
seen some artists use them, like.
But where was I? Okay. Oop, oop. There we go. Excuse me. So I'll go back into the comments there again. Hey Vern, so he's laughing. Burn it with holy fire. Justice. What if Gamora was on Gladiators? Yeah, actually, that's
Yeah,
perfect.
that's fucking true.
Gladiators. Simon said she'll go on the second whistle. Oh my God, it's bringing back so many memories.
Oh, that show, fuck me.
CUNT end already, content already. Smithlord said, I bought some of the grey anime blank things. They work well for looking at perspective. They also come with accessories so you can study how the hands work.
And to be fair, Brian, the hands and feet, they're my biggest issue.
And Simon said, no tubs for me. I draw a stick man first in a pose, then fill
Yeah.
it with shape. Art mannequins, a waste of time in my opinion.
Well, see,
Oh, you got
that's
broad
what
opinions.
I've been doing. Like drawing with like the stick man, fucking kind of with the ball joints and stuff, and kind of like and building out.
Chris says, but after a while you get to the point where, like Si says, wireframe it, then fill it out. Sausage style. And Vern says, I learned to draw using ovals for all the body parts. So you've got a myriad of different answers there, Tubbs, to think about, really.
This is what I love about this fucking show. You ask a question, you get a barrage of answers, and they're all fucking good.
Yeah. There's that Wolverine. Okay, so I saw that. So there's Longshot, who is from, and it's funny they're releasing this like when they're doing the Mojo 4-pack as well. So they're
Right.
really like, he's really cool. I like him. There's Multiple Men, as you mentioned earlier. Comes with
Yeah,
two
you were
different
talking
heads,
about him, yeah.
so you'll have two different displays, two different ones in your display at least if you want. And Jean Grey in red, it's the Phoenix.
In the Phoenix, yeah.
I really like that. It's really cool. The previous release was in green, I think. And for the first time, I think, by Hasbro is Avalanche from the Brotherhood of Evil Mutants. He was always in the credits for the X-Men show, but never actually was in it, as far as I know.
Did he not show up in the show, no?
I don't think so. When they're all running at each other to start. I don't think.
Yeah.
I think he's there and he's not in the show.
Did he not show up in like the fucking? The name escapes me. The fucking the island that the Magneto's
Genosha.
on. Genosha. Did he not show up in those
I don't think
episodes?
so. And then there's Spiral, who looks absolutely brilliant. She has 6 double jointed arms.
Wow.
And 6 swords.
She's very handsy.
She's got a hand for every appendage, Tubbs.
I'm glad she point.
I knew you would turn it sexual, you dirty cunt.
Oh, she do great down in Alleyway, like.
Oh, wow. There's Storm and, of course, our very own Irish Banshee in the yellow and blue outfit as well. These are coming in the future. And Marvel Legends Strife, which
that's fucking cool.
Fucking class. And the cringiness of it, I wonder will they have it in this. The host actually had a Strife helmet. I mean, like,
I mean, that's not on sale, like, is it, or is it just?
No.
Was he just?
I kind of want the helmet more than the figure, though. And the last VHS series one is Cyclops, which is an update to the previous one.
He actually looks pretty fucking solid, to be fair.
He looks really, really good. And I have Cyclops, but this new body looks fucking brilliant. And next year, much to the annoyance of Jonathan, they're doing Spider-Man and Carnage in a box set because Jonathan wanted a
Yeah,
single
I
card
did see this.
Carnage. So yeah, I'm not a fan of these VHS ones at all. To be honest,
I'm not. I mean, I know it is what it is at this point, but I'm just not a fan of this. And I'm a big VHS fucking guy, like, you know what I mean. But I'm not a fan of this. Like, can't see him through the fucking box.
It's just the fact that you can't get them on over here unless you go to the Disney store, which is up in Dublin, and you can't order off the Disney store online either.
Yeah, and you can't like order from the Disney store in Dublin to be delivered to you either, can you?
No, you can't.
Which is so fucking stupid. Like,
Simon says all these boys are right though, Tubbs. Find your comfortable style first.
well, see, that's what I am trying to do. I am just trying to find kind of where like my strongest kind of art kind of lens, you know.
Lobot says he ordered a Spiral and Dark Phoenix. I messaged Jonathan and Connor the other night. And I was like, I'm about to hit the nuclear button because I had like 10 things in my basket. I haven't done it,
dude.
I haven't done it yet.
But it's going to happen though.
It's going to happen. I'm just saving for
it. Shabby.
Hey Shabby, how are you? Chris says best thing to do is sketch the fuck out of poses, find your own way. For the tricky stuff like hands, there's loads of photo reference on the internet, and you can do a lot with photos.
Yeah, because I know for a fact I've gotten the hands right on some drawings, and other ones then they're just like it was like even with the Razor Laser, the original image kind of thing. It like even the feet, even Smith Lord was even saying like Joe, like they're kind of like they're angled wrong or some shit. And I knew that drawing them, I was kind of these don't look right at all. And that's one good thing is I'm very aware of the things I'm not getting right. So, you know, I'm kind of trying to learn and kind of work on those things as I go as well. And look, this is what I'm loving about this whole drawing thing, man, is just fucking getting the advice from all the lads and just fucking just basically going down the rabbit hole and just learning as we go.
Hey, Kat. Kat is here, Vader's girl.
Hey, Kat.
Fuller's saying hi to Shabby. Those Marvel cards are the fucking nads. Right in the gonads. Connor, Cat, Sai, Shabby. Hey, Shabby and Cat. Hey, Cat. Hey, Cat, look, it's Brian on the screen and not me. Look, I'm not Connor. Oh, Jesus Christ.
That makes a lot more sense now. That just clicked.
That is beautiful. Yeah, that's funny, Connor. I'm sorry. Yo, Lobot. Hey, Sai. Lol. I love you, Connor. Oh, thanks very much. Bastards. I think that was about the VHS double pack.
Oh yeah.
Don't you mean Brian? I knew this would come up tonight at some point. Oh.
I wasn't even there, and I think it's fucking hilarious.
Of course I know it is. Who it is? It's Brian. Oh, that's so funny. Hey, Jonathan. They aren't the same person, Shabby. That's embarrassing. Oh, we like it to have the fun.
Oh yeah, the fun is always like to be had here, like.
Oh yeah, all those Irish look the same, sure. Thank God that's not true anyway, for one thing.
God no.
Hey Chris. Jonathan said, well, Kat, I've never seen both of them on the same stream at the same time. You have actually. You've been on a stream with us.
Jonathan. He has actually been on the stream, filling in for me many a time.
Connor said that's because of a face for radio, Jonathan. Well, I have a radio for a face, so that doesn't make sense, and I'm sticking with it. Shabby. Well, at least you weren't talking to them on video chat and mixed up names. I mean, that would be embarrassing. Oh, Simon says, come to think of it, Brian wasn't at Echo, or was he? Who can say?
You didn't
Apparently it
answer my
was.
text for a fucking good 12 hours, Brian.
Well, maybe that's where it was, Tubbs. Mick says, hey, Vader's girl. Kat says, I'm going to switch your names, you guys' names from now on. So, Shabby says, just call them both baby cakes.
Baby cakes, Kat.
Um,
Baby cakes Fuller and baby cakes O'Regan.
Oh, stop. Lol, Shabby. Chris says, they are related to Brian. Unleash the blonde picture. Oh, shit. Send it to me again, Chris. That was on 3MML, Brian, and we all know Rum cheats. Of course, Rum cheats. That's his fucking gimmick. Not that he's a monkey, he's a little
Actually,
cheater.
where the fuck is Rum this week, actually?
Oh, he's probably, no, I don't, spit roasting something or other.
I was waiting for you to go someplace down the dark path with that, like.
Who wants to be Baby Cakes 1 and Baby Cakes 2? Well,
I think Baby Cakes 3 or 4. I don't give a fuck.
This is a path I cannot follow. Oh, so yeah, there's this.
Oh my fucking god!
Oh, just fucking beautiful.
Do you know what it looks like? It looks like if Jeffrey Dahmer triplets became Henson.
You know what? When he showed us this picture earlier, I said this could be like part of a viral campaign for a horror movie. It really could, like that easily, like.
Oh Jesus Christ! The Fedamore triplets, huh?
Fedamore. Christ! Oh fucking hell!
Oh, I love it.
Connor said, "Now I want cake." Chris had already sent it to me. Lobot says, "Can I be sweet cheeks?" Whoa!
There you go. Now that's thinking outside the box. You know, baby cakes 3, 4, sweet cheeks 5 and 6. You know.
Yes, Lobot, lol. That is genius. Okay, so back to the comic conny thing, Pulsecon.
Were we talking about comic stuff?
So who did, like, Tubbs? Have you played F-Zero?
F-Zero the game?
Yes.
Oh fuck yeah!
Doesn't that look like Captain Falcon?
Yeah, but like less pixelated.
Yeah, but it's I know it's the first appearance Star-Lord from like years ago.
Wow, they really changed his fucking gimmick up over the years.
He looks cool though, I have to say. I won't be
Yeah.
buying it, like, but it looks nice. That's a Walmart exclusive. And yet, these dimwits more.
Fuck.
So that's all one wave, that X-Men wave. That's really, really good.
Cool.
Check out the lipstick on Avalanche, though. I mean, what's going on there?
Like for me, the 3 in the front are like the top ones to buy.
I want them all, Tubbs. I want them all.
I know you want them all.
This, though, is the set of the day for me. Bullseye, Daredevil, and Elektra, all in one box set together.
And what's the price tag on that? About 150 quid.
85 quid.
85 isn't bad, man, compared to the trio Spider-Mans that were like 150.
If you look at the prices on Big Bang at the moment, they're like
120 or whatever.
27.99 for one. So like,
yeah,
that works out about right. Just
so
about.
you are technically saving to buy them in a 3 box.
Yeah, more or less, and you get loads.
See, that's what it should be. It shouldn't be like it's 400 quid for this, and you might get stuff later.
Yeah, you might get stuff. Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It's just fucking crazy difference, like.
So there's this. This was released as well outside of Pulsecon. Headless Horseman. It's fucking cool. $120.
That's fucking cool.
$120 though.
See, I'm a stalker for that shit, dude. I have the original one from the Sleepy Hollow movie.
It caught my eye straight away when I saw it.
I actually have the Christopher Walken Sleepy Hollow Headless Horseman, like.
Ah, okay. So I'm just flying through all this crap. Okay, so this was day 2. The G.I. Joes. I'm going to
The
fly through them now.
Joes.
This rock and roll bazooka. Looks really, really nice. And there is Torpedo. He's got pedo in his name. That's all I can say. Copperhead.
What is
See,
happening
I'm
tonight?
hanging around with you two
No,
guys.
no. Seriously, what is happening tonight? You're the one. It's normally me. You're the one that's going like down the dark alley of this shit all night. Like
I don't know.
that is like your fourth fucking strike on those jokes.
You've
tonight.
infected my brain, Tubbs. That's what it is.
I love you, buddy.
Lobot says, mutant children of the corn.
Yeah, very
Shabby
much so.
says, Lobot, you shouldn't have said that, mate. Now you're going to be known as Sweet Cheeks.
He
Chris
could be
says,
called worse.
What happened to playful names like Sugar Tits?
There you go. Do you know what I mean?
And Sai says, I can't be Sweet Cheeks with such a fat arse.
This is probably why the cheeks work.
Brilliant Lobot. Hello, Cat. I up Shabby. Tez is back again. Terry Tez Terrence.
Terry Tez Terrence.
How did you know I was making more? Hello, Artez. Jonathan says those 4 Horsemen figures are cool as fuck.
Yeah.
They are really cool. Like, Ted says I can smell the coffee from here. Shabby's MR 800.
Man, if I drank coffee right now, I'd be up until tomorrow. Like,
just tomorrow. Like, there's no.
But I mean, I'd be up until I have to be up tomorrow.
Nick Holland says Taz. El Tel. And okay. So these are from the last HasLab, the G.I. Joe classified hits tank, and they're looking cool. This is now the Marauder Barbecue. I know Connor's a big G.I. Joe collector, and Jonathan is too. The Crimson Bat. These are all up for pre-order, I think now. Oh, it's after jumping on me. Fucking hell. Okay. So there is Falcon. He's really cool. I'll be getting him. And there's the Chuck Norris figure.
Is this an actual Chuck Norris figure?
No.
It looks like him. Genuinely does.
It's called Outback.
I bet you he likes it Outback. There's some cool shots. The way they have him, the way they've taken the figure photography of him, though.
That's Cover Girl. She looks really good as well. I do like the way the shotgun's over her shoulder as well. It's cool.
Yeah, just fucking. The real Sarah Connor pose.
Do really well. And there's Serpentor, who everyone has not got. I think Jonathan got one though. There was a big mess up with him.
He's fucking cool.
That's Mojo.
Yeah.
That's really cool, all right.
Yeah, he's a fucking cool figure. And is that what's the fucking Raphael figure? What is that from again? Is it the Last Ronin thing?
The Last Ronin, yeah.
Yeah.
Where are we? Then Indiana Jones is. So this guy.
I didn't see these, but I.
You don't know the story about this guy. This guy's a fucking idiot.
He looks like he's
about to swallow everyone.
There you go. You said it before I did.
But he's been over the Star Wars team for a long time, and none of them are happy with him. So when he came out,
so just give him another franchise.
Yeah. So now he's running Indiana Jones and Star Wars. Guys, tell us your thoughts and feelings on Patrick the Robot before I go further, because I'm sure there's lots of love for this guy in the chat. Sweet Cheeks. I actually read that out without even looking. Like, ordered Outback.
He changed his name.
Thanks to Connor. Ordered Serpentor from Fan Channel. Tasmania. Hi Tez. Waiting for Chris to call me a twat. Oh, he's called you that already.
How fucked up is it, right? That like literally when Sweet Cheeks pops up on the screen, like you, I didn't even go, "Who's that?" I literally saw the picture and was like, "That's Lobat."
Yeah, that happened an hour ago, Tez. I was having a poo, so he was taking a shit in Culture Cast
Oh, excuse
language.
me.
Funny how both Tez and I have names that are both abbreviated, but our mums knew they could shout the full ones when we got in trouble, which was a lot. Sweet Cheeks likes Outback. Okay. Top lad sorting me out, Brian. That's awesome, Jonathan. Good of the community. Has Lobot changed his name? Manga Fandango
Yes,
says
he
Prick Trick.
has.
That
Prick
guy
Trick.
looks like that guy looks like a ventriloquist dummy like likes being fisted. I wouldn't be surprised if someone's hand is up there going making him
Hand is, yeah, he's got a hand firmly up him, like, yes.
hands grin chat BS hands grin BS. What a massive douche.
That's a douche.
Connor says Patrick keeps dismembered animals in his bath. Oh, he is very Dahmer like, isn't he? He's a creepy looking dude. One night only, Tez. Patrick, even COVID wants no part of that cunt. That's the word that'll get us thrown off here.
What, the word cunt or Vader?
The other C word.
Oh, yes.
But I only said it once. So yeah, there's the first Indiana Jones figure. I really like it. It's pretty good. But single jointed knees and single jointed arms, yeah. You'd think they'd want to make a good impression with their first figures. But it does look nice. What do you think, Tubbs?
No, it looks better there.
So yeah, there's more pics of it there.
I mean, to be fair, I think the face sculpt needs to look grumpier.
He wasn't as grumpy back then, though.
It's Harrison Ford, dude. He's got to look grumpy, like.
There's Toad, the guy with the melted face.
Oh, deadly.
That's really cool.
Yeah, I mean, look, they're not the worst. I've seen worse figures like these. They're not terrible. You know what I mean?
They're not the best.
I mean, what I mean by that is when it comes to movie line figures.
There's Salah.
Because sometimes movie line fucking action figures can shit the bed, like.
Yeah, people have been waiting for Indy for a while, though. And there's Belloc.
I know, they've been waiting for the fucking Indiana Jones 5 for about 13 years.
Like the last line was really, really good, the 4-inch ones. There's Marianne Ravenwood.
But like, are they going to like release like a real like old version of Indy eventually?
Like this is from Raiders. These ones,
yeah,
the first wave.
Yeah.
So I presume like when they do the figures for the new movie, the 5th one, he'll
be all old.
Now look at this shit. Build an artifact. Like, I think a lot of people are like, "Oh, it's so cool," but I thought it's really cheap. Like, look at the size of it. Why don't they do a build a figure?
Not even that. Build a horse.
Well, yeah, that's a good idea too. Like to do with McFarlane.
Have Indy up on his horse, you know.
The Ark of the Covenant, I think it is.
Or what was the fucking? No, that was fucking yeah, or even fucking a pit of snakes, even.
Yeah, that would have been cool as well. That's the retro collection one. Then it's quite cool for what it is.
Now, do you know really nice. I actually have, do you know this Raiders of the Last Ark poster from the cinema from when it was originally out?
All right.
Yeah, but it's got a few nicks and stuff in the sides of it and stuff, but it's folded up in a drawer.
And there's TVC Andor and the girl as well, Vel Sarta. So what did the comments say before we go into Star Wars?
What's this Andor thing?
Yeah, we know.
I've tried, man. I've passed it 6 times and I just can't click in and watch it. I get to it.
Girl, you're spot on. He does look like a serial killer. Says me, Connor.
Oh, who you look like a serial killer?
No, that Patrick dude.
Oh yes, yeah.
The other C word, Commodore 64.
Yart.
Chris says loving the indie stuff, but really wanted the last
Limbo's Quest. Anyone ever remember that game?
Which?
Flimbo's Quest and Commodore 64.
Yes, it's a platformer, isn't it?
Yep.
Yeah, I think I had the other C word. Oh, we lost the Tubbs. Sweet Cheeks. He ordered all 3 indie figures.
Nice.
Oh, the 2 6-inch and the one smaller one. Jonathan says, lol. Tez says, are we sure Patrick isn't Patrick Bateman from American Psycho? You never see them in the same room. Definitely cut from the same cloth, like.
Oh, excuse me.
Chris says, I wonder if Tote is going to have the full swastika on his badge or if they've gone all PC. Not a chance will they do that.
I mean, it's not a full fucking. I mean, oh God, they should fucking do it like he's a retro figure, like.
And Chris with the obvious. That's because Bateman is Christian Bale, you Burke. No way we're seeing a swastika. No, not a chance. I don't think. It looked blank, Chris. No chance, Chris. Absolutely no chance. I don't think we have a chance. Tubbs is waiting for that 6-inch Willy.
Like, give me 1 second.
Marker pins. I think he's been sniffing the pins, to be fair. Jonathan says, can't even see us getting German soldiers, which is really going to limit figures from the third movie. Yeah, I'd love to get a load of German soldiers. Manga Fandango says, hang on, I'm just drawing swastikas on me Germans. And Connor says, because we played with German soldiers growing up and we all turned to the dark side. Can you imagine they grow up here and give us a Miss Bronson Hitler book burning set? Not a chance. Although Salah looks a lot better without that shite red football shirt on. I'm not sure it's the same one, Chappie. I know, I'm joking, like, but anyway. Tubbs said the C word, it's pronounced ZX Spectrum. Shabby, I think Tubbs got that magic word that I just said there a while ago. He's run off. So Star Wars wise, there's the Andor stuff. It doesn't really excite me. They just look very like there's nothing wrong with the figures per se. They're just boring characters to have figures of, if I'm honest. I mean, there's that one as well. The show itself is awesome, though. I really, really like the show. And there's him. And there's Mon Mothma. Again, like there's not a whole lot wrong with these figures. They're just not very toyetic, for lack of a better term. Like, look cool if you've just got an Andor display, all of them together. I do like Axe Wolves, though, from Mandalorian Season 2. I'm definitely going to try and get him. Oh, he's coming back, guys.
Sorry with that, buddy.
Chris, the BA for Series 3 could be a pile of burning books. Chris says, I do want the Marcus Brody figure, especially to go with Henry Jones Sr. Nathan says, what is Star Wars? What is Star Wars? Where is Star Wars? Why is Star Wars? Jonathan says, I'm loving Andor so far, but no interest in picking up the figures. This is what I think, Connor. You're right. The Andor figures look like a collection of Welsh miners out in a picket. Unhappy with that. Yeah,
I mean, I think what will happen, dude, is I randomly turn it on like next week or the week after, and I'll just binge it.
The show is fantastic. Let's get that straight. The show is really, really good. I'm really enjoying it, but the figures just aren't in. The characters just aren't interesting as action figures. Is the best way I could put it.
Okay.
So like, there's nothing actually wrong with them. They're just not you with the toyetic too. Is this the bright? Oh,
there
Shabby,
you go. There's the rub.
Or Salacious, you're doing me dirty now with that one. I've always used that word toyetic long before others used it. So, nah. You know, you can keep her pause. Keep her pause to yourself, my friend. Careful now. Yeah, that applies here, actually. Nathan Bolton shows Star Wars like Motu, only better. Yeah, I don't know. But not as good as Batman. Depends on who's writing. Jonathan, I like you, but never. Hey, says Jonathan. Smith Lord says, Rum is here with his that deaf typing. I'm knackered and struggling to read anyway. Chris, I think you should teach him how to type properly. Says Mr. Rum. Yeah, but this guy looks really cool. I know it's just a repaint of the other Mandos, but I love my Mandos.
Oh, man.
Then, what is wrong with you, Tubbs?
My fucking nose won't start fucking flaring up.
And then there's these two figures. If you see these are currently available cheaper on sale most places, but they re-released them for what reason I'll never know. You've Handin as well and Leia. And I think it's the first time ever in the Black Series this guy's been released.
It's my cousin Jub.
It's Harry Tubbs. I tried to get a picture of you in this, but it just wouldn't work for me because it couldn't detect his face, so I couldn't put your face on it.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah, really.
That's a job for Smith Lord right there now.
To Photoshop I go. And then there's a Troop Builder Cantina band.
Oh, wow.
7 of the little fuckers. But yeah, so that was Pulsecon. I'm not going through anymore because yeah, it was just a pain in the hole to watch, if we're going to be honest. The Marvel panel was excellent, but there was some of them were so bad.
I apologize for this as well because my nose just flared up and it just would not stop.
Salacious says, I am on the toilet having a poo watching on the phone.
That is a great place to fucking take in your pop culture week there, Mr. Rum.
Give him a push.
My nose is fucked.
Hey, everyone. Oh, look. Repacks for $30 each. Yeah. It's crazy when especially that Scout Trooper and that Lando, you can still get them for clearance prices in most places. And now, hey Simon, have you seen the news on the right end of the screen? Velma is a lesbian. Wasn't she always though? I always thought like.
Did you not see the images for the new cartoon?
I didn't look at them.
Yeah, it's pretty crazy. Like,
Jonathan says, Shabby, less paint apps on the faces too. Complete joke. I agree, Jonathan. Doing his best work. Rum's a one-wipe wonder. Maybe he's just really, really accurate. But
just right down the crevice.
There's a funny thing that my uncle used to say to me, and I can't remember what it was. But anyway, never mind, because I'm sure there's going to be a dirty joke and I was going to come out of this. As is the style these days.
More or less, like.
So Tubbs, She-Hulk episode 7.
You mean Ally McBeal, the Marvel edition?
Villain Retreat Day?
I mean, it had some moments.
What the fuck have they done to my abomination? Actual fuck, like.
And you know yourself, when we first started watching this show, I really dug it. I really enjoyed it. Thought it was funny. Thought it was clever.
And now it's going.
Do you know what it is? It literally, like the first episode seemed like it was like it had its own identity, and then from the second episode in, it just became.
It just started
basically an Ally McBeal ripoff, like.
So have you seen the news? Actually, is that in future, instead of doing like 6-episode shows, that Marvel are gonna. So okay, this is 3 stories melded into one.
So is the go on.
So the Werewolf by Night is out this Friday.
Yes, I can't wait for it.
It's a one-off 55-minute special.
Right.
So what Marvel are going to do are thinking of doing in future is instead of doing 6-episode TV series, they're just going to do these one-off specials instead. Which I think myself, like all the early reviews for Werewolf by Night are really, really good. So
now, can I ask you a question?
You can.
Do you think they're doing this because they look at the TV show model and it doesn't seem to have worked as well as
It doesn't
they
seem
thought
to
it
be
would?
working. Yeah.
Yeah.
I think if they made it tight, like they could cut out a lot of the shit if they just made it tight, like 1 hour, one-off special. Because Moon Knight is one that suffered massively, I think, from bloating issues,
I
and
mean,
She-Hulk as well. There's just too much nothingness in it.
like with She-Hulk, man, it's like, I mean, I do like her. Like when they show her as Jennifer Walters outside of being She-Hulk, she's really good on screen. Like she's
She's a
got a
terrible
really good.
character though. She's acting
Yeah,
it well. She's
but
definitely
this is
acting it
my
well.
issue, and this is, I don't know if anyone agrees with me on this. I like her more when she's Tatiana Maslany as Jennifer Walters as herself.
Mm,
Like I like her like acting. I like how she is.
she's just
When she
there though.
becomes She-Hulk, I don't know what it is. I just don't. I don't like it. I think it looks janky. I mean, and it's weird because I knew like, look, the CGI is what it is, whatever. But it's the storylines. Just, I mean, I thought now, what are we? 2 episodes left,
Another, yeah, no, there's one, last one.
and look what they did. They introduced this like they were trying to stab her to get her blood or whatever the fuck they were doing with the
They've done
needle,
that
right?
though.
So they got this guy to go in and fuck her as Jennifer to fucking pull her fluid out of her or whatever the fuck. Do you know? I was gonna go like, all right, I see where
You
you're
want to
going with this, but like,
harvest it off his.
yeah, but what my point being is like, okay, now I can see where you're going with this. You're trying to kind of, I don't know, create another fucking Hulk or whatever the fuck you're trying to do with this
I do,
blood.
I do think as well though that a lot of people's problem with the MCU is they think they're supposed to love everything.
Yes.
They're very like the comics at the moment. There's millions of different, not millions, but I'm just exaggerating for anyway. There's loads of different Marvel comics that come out weekly. Do I read all of them? Fuck no. Do I
No,
read
of
some of them?
course. I mean,
Yes, of
dude,
course.
it's like DC. I'm a massive DC fan. Have I read every DC fucking comic book that's ever been out, or do I know about every DC character that's there in detail? No, of course I don't,
I
because you
think
don't have enough time in the
I think
fucking
the
world to
MCU is
cover that
becoming
shit.
this way actually. Like
Yeah,
a lot of people's favorite characters are gone, and the characters that are coming in, people don't like them. But we'll see. Of course, there's still lots of things to do. But what a
of course there is. I mean, for me, man, I'm kind of fucking. I'm looking forward to seeing like fucking as we know and we've talked about it. I can't wait for the mutants to become a thing and the Fantastic Four and I really want to see Scarlet. Like Scarlet
guys,
Witch is my favorite
anytime I
character now.
mention anything to Tubbs is like, is that because he's a mutant? Are mutants coming in?
He's a mutant, right?
Mutants
So this is going to be like a thing. Um,
But yeah,
but I'm really like looking forward to like Scarlet Witch's like continued story, like things like that, you know, and to
I
see
would be.
White Vision come back and things,
Mm.
because I do think that they need to go on into Phase 5. I really do think that they need, even though they've been showing us all this new stuff, they really need to start tying all this shit up in a bow now.
Yeah, I
You know what I mean?
suppose.
Connecting the dots a little more,
There doesn't
putting
have
it a
to be
little
like
bit
one
closer.
big fucking story though. I think there can be a number of things going on like
You see,
as well.
look, I don't know.
I know
There's
everybody wants the money shot of a million heroes coming together to stop the fucking one threat. Like,
and look, look, we got it in Endgame. We're probably going to get it in Secret War as well.
mm,
Um, do you know what I mean? With the bigger threat. My biggest issue with it is that, and look, I've said it before. Out of the first 3 phases, the Infinity Saga, like it all wasn't 100% perfect, but it
no,
was all coherent and really built to an epic fucking conclusion. I think this is the thing. This is a lot more of Phase 4 has been a lot more jankier than
but that's
people are
because
used
there's so
to.
much
From
more
what?
characters as well.
Yeah, I agree. There's something off with this phase, and it's not to say like, oh, Marvel's going to collapse, and the MCU's fault. It's none of that
No,
bullshit
I
because
wouldn't say
this is going
that.
to keep going and getting bigger. I just think it's
This is what
because
happens as
they're,
well when they take more chances as well. I think.
and it's probably what you said as well, dude. It's probably because they are introducing a lot of characters in people's eyes that are like lower grade
Mm.
and bringing them into the fold that people don't have an attachment as much as they would have to like, you know, like the original cast or whatever, like, do you know what I mean? Things like that. There could be a lot of reasons, but yeah, there's something just not hitting 100% right with
Because they're
Phase 4.
saying now like this Werewolf by Night like will open the door to all the monster characters
And I hope it
being brought
fucking
in.
does bring them all in.
Yeah.
You know, Sam
Another,
Raimi's supposed to be directing Blade fucking movie now. Bring it on. I fucking can't wait.
Another thing, like on that point as well, is Armor Wars, Don Cheadle's thing. That was originally a series. That's going to be a fucking movie now.
And apparently, White Vision is due
Yeah,
to
yeah.
show up there. So
Dr. Snuffles.
I know I apologize. I'm just my nose flared up, and now it just won't stop.
Comments: rum wipes since when? do monkey lizards do that buckshot shaped like sheep? That's G-Force's job. Oh, shit's fired.
Shit's fired.
Rum says more of a smear. Ah, you sick fuck. Salacious does those type of poos where you just shoot down the bin like a fish.
Just whoop.
I think the correct term is pebble dashing. Oh, that's like an MP40. These ones are good, Uncle. I would imagine he's a vegetarian and fires pellets.
Jesus.
Like rabbit shit, so.
Yeah, plops.
Does pizza and curry count as veggie food? Tez says he loves She-Hulk. Oh, interesting.
Well, it could be
She-Hulk is so uninteresting, and we were talking about Rum taking a shit.
Yeah, and look, this is the thing, because as I even said it, like, I mean, it's a bad, like, it's not, and this is what wrecks my head about it at the moment, is it's not that it's a, like, you've already seen her fight Titania, like, and go on a few dates, and then end up at a retreat. That's kind of what She-Hulk has done. And at the beginning of the show, she was kind of matching Hulk power for power and all this kind of shit.
Therein is the problem, though, Tubbs.
Yes, it's
like people want to see. They want to see her fighting, like.
See, like, but this is my issue I've had with Hulk for the longest time. I just want to see that motherfucker smash them shit. Like.
What annoys me as well is the wasting of characters. The guy Wrecker, was in that holiday retreat, like, and the Wrecking Crew are a fucking awesome villain team, like in the comics.
Yeah, it's kind of like the Wrecking Crew were kind of the boner joke from fucking WandaVision in this.
Yeah.
You know, I mean, and this is it. I mean, and it's a shame, dude. It's a shame because Tatiana Maslany is a fucking fantastic actress. She genuinely is. Like,
Simon says
exactly, and I mean, you can only do so much with like, you know,
with the material.
With the, I mean, like, let's be honest. The last two episodes that we've got now, she was at a wedding. She's at a fucking villain retreat.
It's been on the downward spiral for a while now, a couple of weeks.
Like, I just want her to fucking go, like, and have to actually go into full on battle now next week, like.
Simon says, when I order pizza, it's the same 3 toppings: sausage, pepperoni, and tuna. Mine is ham, cheese, and chicken.
Mine is normally pepperoni, ham, and meatballs.
Ooh, meatballs. Ooh,
yeah, I do like me some meatballs
on our pizza, Tubbs.
Huh?
That's like testicles on your pizza, Tubbs.
Yeah, but they're chunky and they're nice.
Hold on, we have a picture.
What is it?
You know when I'm laughing that it's Chris has sent something new.
Okay, what did he do? Did he do the picture?
You'll love it, Tubbs. You'll love it.
Did he do the Ewok?
Greetings from Shay Tubbs.
I fucking love. Oh god. I was waiting to be the Ewok, and I'm just
Leia and Tubbs next. Huh?
Yeah, I was waiting to be the Ewok, and then I was like, oh god, I'm fucking Leia.
You're even smaller than the Ewok.
Yeah.
Small, far away. Okay. So, her indoors enjoys it. She also likes Love Island. Enough said.
But do you know what? On that point, that's one thing I did say to my fucking mate the other day. It feels like it's an MCU show, right? But it feels like I'm watching a show for like a woman would watch. If that makes sense.
Well, yeah, but see that like the show isn't for you then. No, it isn't.
No. But what I mean is it's. I mean, She-Hulk. I mean, look, let's be honest. She-Hulk was always going to be that kind of a character, the Jennifer Walters kind of alter ego, and the law.
I got to put it to this way: I don't read her comic.
No, I don't either, dude. I mean, I know of her. Like, I mean, obviously, I've read comics with her in it, but I've never actually read the run of her. But I know enough about her to know her story, you know. But Yeah, I just thought what are we now? 6 episodes?
7. There's one
7.
left.
I just thought by the time on the 7th episode, it would be like we'd be into the meats and gravy of it. Like,
No, they've shit the bed on it, I think. Jonathan said Brian, the MCU didn't start with everyone's favorite characters, as Fox and Sony had them. No, but I meant
Yeah.
like everyone's favorite characters now are gone. That's what I meant. Not that it started with them. Like,
no, I know what you mean. Is like
it did start. This new phase is starting like afresh again. Nobody knows anything about these
like, but
characters.
think about this, right? The MCU, and Jonathan's right. They didn't have everyone's
No,
favorite characters.
they had to start with nobody's. Like they're
And
doing
let's
now.
be honest, because when you talked Marvel before the MCU became a thing, when you talked Marvel characters, Captain America was never the first choice. Even Iron Man was
Spider-Man,
never the
Hulk,
first
and,
choice.
Fantastic
Thor was
Four,
never
and
there.
X-Men.
Hulk was in the conversation, but like Hawkeye, Black Widow, they were never first choices.
Hulk was the first character I ever heard of.
So you probably were like, "Oh, Hulk's there." Do you know what I mean?
Hulk and Wolverine were my first two I ever
But
seen.
what they've done is they've managed to make these characters epic due to the MCU's Infinity Saga, and everyone loves them now. But now they're kind of gone back to basics and starting fresh with all these newer kind of characters.
Yeah, they have to start
not
again,
newer
like.
characters, obviously, but to like the new
And
stories and
you see,
whatnot.
there's massive. There was no expectations back then,
But
whereas
they
now there is
seem-
huge.
But it
expectations.
seems to be they're having a bit of a rockier start rebuilding this new story than they did in the beginning.
But that's my point as well, though.
Yeah.
Back then with Iron Man and Hulk, there wasn't really much expectation, whereas now the anticipation, the expectation is fucking huge.
Like I mean, and this is the thing about it as well. Is I know it's easy to sit here and shit on
Their
a
own
show,
worst enemy. Success is their own worst enemy, like.
but we have to realize as well that, like, not every fucking MCU project is going to be Endgame. Do you know what I mean?
No, it's not.
Do you know what I mean? Or in my opinion, I think Infinity War is better than Endgame.
Tez says Shabby loves Love Island. I better take that off the screen. Chris hates pizza. That's not right. I suppose everyone has their own thing. I've only seen the Captain Americas out of the MCU.
They're not bad ones.
Tez loves Rent Boys. That's even worse. Wow.
Jesus Christ.
I shouldn't have even put that up, actually. But I don't. Do the Rent Boys bring pizza, though?
This is the burning question, John.
Or they won't be getting rented the next time. Taz and Shabby have their own rent boy in Matt. No, that's not on. Leave Matt alone. He's not even here to defend himself. They do JR odd toppings. A bit salty over there, are they? Everyone laughing. Nub. That's freakishly awesome, Chris. The picture.
I didn't even get to be Nub. I got to be the fucking the princess that shifted her own brother.
I don't know, Brian. Iron Man was a massive hit, and the momentum started to build right from the start of the MCU. Chris says, superhuman strength, a god, a huge monster, and a bloke who's pretty good with a bow and arrow. You what?
But I think you're right on that one, Brian. I think everyone's expectations is for it to be top notch level. I mean, it was never going to be that with the shows. Yeah, the expectations are way too high now.
Yeah, like Christian
and it's
says,
easy to poke apart anything that doesn't seem on that level.
At the end of the day, though, for me with the MCU stuff, it's still some of it is poor, not all of it is though, and none of it is at the levels of the 90s comic book stuff. Which even as a child and early teenager, I fucking hated because they were so not like the fucking comics I was used to reading at the time.
Yeah.
So like, I'm willing. I still think we're in a golden age of Marvel content, and some of the DC content is fantastic as well. And there's like stuff like The Boys and Invincible being made as well. So we're spoiled. Like,
we genuinely are. Like, I mean, and nobody's disputing the MCU is on top of the food chain at the moment for the cinematic versions of it, because it is like it's just
like I often.
The moment, the shows, and I don't know if anyone agrees with me on this one. I think the idea to go and do shows instead of movies has kind of hurt them a little bit.
Mm. Yeah, the
You know,
shows have watered
because
it
the
down a
shows
little bit.
feel very disconnected in a lot of ways to the movies.
Mm.
You know, and
Like,
that's instead of just making the movies. You know, keep it worked for 3 phases completely in a completed saga. Maybe that's the reason. Maybe that's because they decided to go and do shows instead to introduce all these kind of, you know,
smaller
not
characters.
to comic fans, but to like, you know, the movie goer, the person that isn't like, I mean, as I said, I mean, the fucking some characters I wouldn't have been up to date, but like not a lot of people probably knew who Moon Knight was, or knew a lot about it. So like, you know, make a movie. You even said it, Moon Knight would have benefited from being like a film.
Yeah, definitely.
You know,
I think they messed up Moon Knight though. Personally, they did an amalgamated version of two of his excuse me, of two of his
instead of diving
personalities,
into all 3.
and they kind of went to the supernatural side rather than like just the street level guy
But
who's
I
a
mean,
detective and beats the shit out of
and
fucking
that's the
scumbags.
unpredictable thing, is because they seem to be building a lot of the street levels characters, like, you know, like Spider-Man, Daredevil, She-Hulk, all that kind of crack.
But I don't know about it, because even Miss Marvel as well. She's just an Inhuman, and she's kind of more of a street hero as well. But they delved into kind of supernatural stuff with her as well,
Yeah,
with the veil
I
and
mean,
all that kind of stuff that wasn't needed. I don't know why they keep doing this.
yeah, I mean, that's what I mean, and the shows have kind of done that. And it's weird because, you know what I mean. Even Doctor Strange wasn't vilified as being the strongest Marvel movie, but I did
I
enjoy it.
love Doctor Strange.
I did enjoy it. I loved it. I actually thought it was a fantastic film. But I do know people that didn't like
But
it.
that's because you've got the farm for Elizabeth Olsen, though, to be fair.
Yeah, big time Scarlet, which is my favorite MCU character at the moment. Like, but I don't know. I'm trying to fucking say it in a way that, like, trying to get it out of my brain. I think the shows making the shows like 6 to 8 episodes long and then an hour long, like Captain.
It's putting too much filler into them.
Like, yeah,
basically.
exactly. Like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, like, in my opinion, could have been a great movie.
That's a better rewatch, I will say.
I mean, for me personally, now I don't think it is anymore, but I know up to a point it was like my least favorite show.
Yeah.
But I don't know if it is now, because
it's not
I've
my
seen,
least favorite show anymore.
Because I mean, I rank Moon Knight lower than it at this point, because Moon Knight had great.
I'd rather watch Moon Knight again, though.
But for me, Moon Knight had a lot of great moments. Like Ethan Hawke was fantastic in it. Fucking Isaacs was fucking brilliant. But as you said, there was a lot of fucking filler. And She-Hulk, I think, has faltered because of this as well.
I think She-Hulk has been the worst so far. Easily.
You know what I mean?
Simon says, I promise I'll submit my razor laser art next week. Ooh,
in your own time, buddy.
Whenever you're ready, yeah, of course. There's no timeline or anything. Echo and grey jeans like a train spotting convention and anorex. Chris says, I think you're rose tinting the 90s comics, Brian. The Clone Saga and all that shite. Wolverine regressing after losing his adamantium, Superman's mullet. I can go on. No, but what I meant is characters with like Tobey Maguire did not represent Spider-Man to me, or even the X-Men, where they took the piss out of the fucking comics outfits in the fucking movie. Piss off, like Brian.
Well, that was more of a Bryan Singer fucking swinging his dick type move.
They kept that up until X-Men First Class as well.
Yeah.
When Vaughn took over that's more what I meant than the quality of the comics, like. And plus,
I think
I had the clue what I was reading.
I think that's more on the. I think that's more on the companies, because I think over time, like Fox and
years
Sony,
of Fox and Sony, fucking
Fox and Sony proved that like they shouldn't be in the. What's it? Yeah, I mean, look, hits and misses. There's been hits and misses all through the years.
If it wasn't for them though, as well, we wouldn't have a Marvel, because Marvel basically sold those properties to survive bankruptcy.
Yeah.
So. 50 variants of foils covers per book too. Dagon, thank you for that. Remember, chat, like, comment, and sub, and share. Do it again for the replay. Legend.
Yes.
Simon says, one of my favorite 90s comics was 2000 AD's Durham Red. Christian says it wasn't Jonathan. No one but me actually, and I only wore them because I didn't want to disappoint. Poor Christian was bullied into wearing grey pants. Oh, if I go to Echo, I promise I will wear grey pants as well. Chris says, "Is there a gas leak in Limerick? Both the lads are coughing like they're covering up farts at the family dinner. I wouldn't cough. I would never cough. To
No,
cover up
Joe, it
the
is, dude. I don't know if it's fucking the heating in the house been turned on for the first time in fucking months or whatever, but my fucking nose is flared up like a motherfucker tonight.
Christian says you wore them because you love them.
I love them.
That's just Limerick in general. Jonathan, you come from a city of smog, so be quiet. The first thing you see in Dublin is chimneys. Chris, you don't cover up farts at family dinners.
Smog and junkies.
We've got those here too, but not as many as.
Oh yeah, everywhere.
Good man, Christian. Chris says, "I don't fart," and they can say, and then say, "Can you smell popcorn?" Then everyone takes a massive sniff of my ass cannon. I said, "Don't be greedy. Small sniffs."
Take it in bit by bit.
I like that one as well. Breathe deeply, but not too deeply. That is true, Christian. I've had plenty of meals with Chris. His brother does the same. Lol says. Jonathan said, "No smog around anymore, Brian. We banned coal. Bang on about the junkies, though. It's the junkies on fire, so."
Yeah, basically, yeah.
Excuse me, trying to step over here. Oh, that's lousy, though, in fairness. Tubbs has heating. I'm getting the boat over.
Bring your ass over, kiddo.
Yeah, I'd be worried if I were you, Tez, going over there. Ass cannon.
I promise I'll snuggle.
Not too much. So, yeah, other than that, Rings of Power, Tubbs, quickly, what did you think of this week's episode?
Couple of silly moments. Couple of silly moments of dialogue things. Look, I'll put it this way. I don't hate the show. I've heard people talking about the writing's bad and fucking it. I fucking love it. I've been loving it. I've loved every single episode so far. But it's my jam, dude. It's my jam.
What I describe it best as if Michael Bay made Lord of the Rings. It's done.
Yeah, this episode was definitely if Michael Bay had made Lord of the Rings. But that ending shot alone was fantastic. Like, it was so cinematic. I love it. Yeah, I've said this before. I've a Lord of the Rings guy. I never kind of grew up on Harry Potter. I never kind of. I was always more.
I can't stand Harry Potter.
I was always more in Middle Earth than I was in Hogwarts. Like, you know what I mean? So
I don't think you get into Hogwarts, Tubbs.
No, dude. There's a height restriction. Fucking Radcliffe. Fucking
You're a perfect
get in,
hobbit.
but
You're
I can't.
a perfect hobbit, though.
Yeah, exactly. This is why I belong in the Shire, kid.
But
Shire.
I know, like people hate Galadriel, but
I do not.
she could step on my back with high heels, like.
Dude, step on my back and crack my fucking throat. I don't fucking care. I'd still fucking smile.
There's a scene in this week's episode. If Hitler had spoke the dialogue she spoke, it wouldn't have been out of place.
Yeah. It was very heavy-handed in a way.
So, spoilers, people who aren't watching it, she says to a character, the character who was chained to a post inside the barn, she says, "Oh, something like, I'm going to hunt down every last one of your kind and eradicate them from the face of the planet in front of your face until the last one is gone," or whatever, and you will be alive to watch it. And not 30 seconds later, she's trying to kill him because he said something smart back to her.
Yeah.
She's fucking this
like I've heard it from people saying that she's such a far cry away from the version you get in the movies.
Yeah.
And I get that, but this is way before she's ever kind of you know what I mean, with where she is in the Lord of the Rings. Obviously something. I don't know. There was a bit of a disconnect with Elrond and Galadriel at the beginning for me because there were completely different actors playing them and all this kind of stuff. But yeah, overall, man, I'm digging it. I think it's a cool show. I think the elf that's helping the village, fucking pretty badass.
He's excellent. Yeah, I like him.
He's really good. And even Gladriel, some of the shit she was doing, like on the side of the horse, when they were fucking
That was
dodging
hilariously
arrows.
bad though.
It was fucking. It was logically, it made no sense, but it was fucking cool. Yeah, it's fantasy. You told me that. Like, you can't watch this shit with your logic brain intact. You gotta fucking, and I mean, Lord of the Rings made sense and whatever.
Without spoiling it though, there's something to get. Don't spoil it now because I know there's some people who haven't seen it.
Oh God, no! I won't go into it.
There's like they use one tower to kill a lot of things. It's like it might as well be made of breadsticks the way it fell down, and
yeah, I mean, like there's moments like that
as well. What fucking hell, like?
Yeah, I mean,
last scene.
But yeah, it was still cool.
Yeah, it looked stupid, but then turned out what happened afterwards looked amazing.
Yeah, I mean, I think that's what this episode has had kind of a trend of. It was like something stupid happened, but something epic followed.
Jonathan says, "This is the weakest episode of Rings of Power for me. But for the money it costs, the fight scenes are pretty shit. I enjoyed the fight scenes, to be honest.
Yeah, I didn't mind them at all. I'm a simple man, though, John.
Yeah."
Galadriel, I like my orcs. I like my Lord of the Rings. I like fantasy. And if it entertains me, I'm happy.
Smithlord says, "I have a question for Tubbs."
Yes, go for it, Smithlord.
As a half-foot, has he ever left anyone behind?
No. I always carry my brothers over the front line. That's how I roll. How we were taught to do it in the Shire,
The Shire, also known as my Ross. I'm on catch up with Rings of Power. Trop. I get that reference, Chris.
I'm like that with it.
Work.
No. No, but I mean, look, I'll put it to you this way. When this was first coming out, I had heard that it was going to be terrible, like shockingly bad.
Oh yeah, the reviews, like, oh, it's so shit.
So since I've started watching it, I've been kind of going, I'm actually enjoying this. I really actually am enjoying this show. So fucking yeah. So I'm kind of going like, I mean, how many episodes is left? 2?
2, I think. Yeah.
Yeah, 2 more episodes. And
they've already started filming season 2 as well.
Yeah, so I mean, like this will end, and then Child's Play season Chucky is starting next week. So
starting this week as well.
Yeah,
G-Force is here. G-Force.
Story, buddy.
Sweet Chicks is enjoying it. Have to say, James says, have to say, really enjoying House of the Dragon out of everything at the moment. Last night's episode was great. James, I only watched it earlier on today, and that episode was fucking brilliant. It was like it is way better than Rings of Power. Tubbs, you like incest, you love it.
Dude, the minute you told me like it had like fucking stabbings and fucking fight scenes and incest, I was like, why aren't I watching this show?
Like, imagine an uncle trying to cop off with 2 different versions of his niece. That doesn't make any sense the way I said it, but if you've watched it, you'd know what I meant.
I must know you a long time because that made perfect sense to me.
Yeah, so basically there's a time jump halfway through.
And he just
goes back. But anyway, it's absolutely superb.
No, I mean, as I said to you, I mean, I'm probably 7-8 episodes behind at this point, so I'm just probably gonna like binge it next week or whatever.
In this week's episode, there's a fight between 3 kids, and I swear to God, it's the most vicious thing I've ever seen, and one of the most vicious things I've ever seen in the show, or in any show really, and the intensity and everything. It's just an amazing show. I love it so far. And
I'll get to it proper.
I think there's only one episode left as well.
I mean, I have the episodes there. It's just I haven't got around to it yet.
Speaking of, has Tubbs caught up with Cobra Kai yet?
No, but I am actually planning to start it this Saturday.
So,
yeah,
I reckon about 2027, Tez, he'll catch up.
No, I know. You know me, dude. I'm the guy that watched like 7 seasons of Lord of the Rings in 3.5 months. Do you know what I mean? Once I get into it, I'll
Game of Thrones, you mean?
Yes, that's why. What did I say?
You said Lord of the Rings.
Game of Thrones, I meant.
just catch up on the rest of the comments before we start. Where are we? Smith Lord says Elrond's chin fucks me off. Yeah, that actor, he does my head in. I don't really like him.
I mean, yeah.
I do like that. Like all the dwarfs are Scottish, all the elves are posh, the orcs are Welsh, and the
all the
Harfoots are
elves are
Irish.
posh except for Galadriel, which is a raving psychopath.
Well, that's most posh women.
Well, that's what probably happens, dude. She gets the anger buggered out of her, like.
The G-man.
You know?
Out of her. Bet the budget for season 2 ain't going to be a fucking billion. Never know. I haven't heard anything about it anyway. G-Force saying hi to everyone. Sup, G-Force. So before we go, Tubbs.
Yes.
The Black Panther trailer.
Yeah, look cool.
I really liked it. And Tubbs messaged me straight away after watching it. Instantly tried to fucking rise me saying, "Oh,
no, it wasn't rising you. I just found it very fucking funny visually that like basically Aquaman was in Tinkerbell cosplay coming in across the screen. It looked very silly. I'm not going to lie to you. It looked very silly.
I don't know. I really liked it.
But yeah. I mean, look. I mean, I'm a DC fan. You know this, right? And Aquaman is the least interesting of the main casts in DC. Namor is kind of similar. I mean, like he's cool to a point. I mean, he's a mutant, but I'm happy with that.
Namor has never been like Aquaman outside of the water.
No, I don't mean like as in like Aquaman, but what I mean is he's like.
That's a lazy comparison, Tubbs.
No, but what I'm trying to say is, I think as it comes to like villains that I could have picked for like the Black Panther movie, and I'm just me.
But
I'm just a fucking guy from memory. Namor wouldn't have been the main guy, but I will say one thing: he does have like a presence on screen outside of the Tinkerbell floating scene. He actually has a like where he's fucking like ripping through things and bouncing clean off of fucking walls and stuff. Like there's a presence there. Like your man's big. He does look like he's a leader.
He was in Narcos Mexico before.
Yeah, that's what I mean is that he doesn't just look like
he
doesn't do it the best way.
He looks like to fuck you up.
No, I'm going to stop myself. I'm going to go. Basically, what I think I'm trying to say is he doesn't look like a villain that works for someone else. He looks like someone that does lead. Like is like a king of his own people, and that's what I think this film needs. Yeah, I poked fun at the scene where he was like flapping across the sky, but I think fucking. Like he looked menacing. Like he didn't look like he was like a fucking throwaway villain. Now, we've seen Marvel do that 100 times with some of the villains that they become throwaway villains.
I don't think he's a villain though.
I don't think he will be. I think he'll be solid because and there's two reasons. Because I think Marvel are going to treat this movie really well because of the reasons behind it. I think this will be a very big tribute movie to Chadwick as well. So I don't think they're going to come in and they're going to try and make this big. I'll be honest. I thought the new Black Panther suit looked cool. I kind of popped for the Hulk Buster as well.
That's not a Hulk.
I thought that was pretty cool. Or the Panther Buster, or whatever the fuck it is now.
That's fucking Riri Williams, Ironheart.
Yeah. So I mean, it looks like it's going to be a fucking beast of a movie. Like,
what I love is they're not just going the whole lazy it's Atlantis thing, the same as Aquaman. They're actually pulling from like what's the culture, the Aztec culture and stuff.
Yes,
and you see like when your man is describing it. So Benjamin, what's his name? The Mountain or whatever is the guy that fought Black Panther in the last one. What's his name in it again? Winston Duke's character. And he's like, Kulia Khan is coming and all this. Like, Joe, the guys that live up in the mountains. Manape, he is in the comics. I can't think of his proper name.
I can't remember off the top of my head.
North King Jedi, here's trouble. You're late, my
friend.
Dude. We're about to finish up here. We're just talking about the Black Panther trailer. You tell us, who's the guy that plays Manape? What's his name in this? I can't think of it. Fuck it.
But like what I can't even speak. What did you think of the trailer?
I thought it was really good. Gave a good.
Mm.
I do think the mother could be in trouble though. Ramonda. Is
Yeah,
it?
there's a scene. There's a shot in the trailer that looks like.
Another funeral. Or
Yeah,
something like
it
that.
looks like she could be kind of in like in a bad spot, like fucking, and that's what could spark the new, like rise of the new Black Panther.
Yeah. What do you think of
Because
Letitia
then at
Wright?
that point they need a new leader at that point. Then it'd be interesting to see how they handle um Chadwick's kind of like like
His funeral
passing
thing
in
at
the
the
movie.
start.
Yeah, because they kind
Yeah,
of showed us
how
like
it
a layout of
happens,
her
like it'll be
funeral and stuff.
interesting. M'Baku,
Hmm.
that's the one. Yes, my man.
Yes,
M'Baku. So when he's
Baku.
talking about him in the trailer, he's like, "Oh, Kulia Khan." It's like really treated like a myth and stuff.
Yeah,
The Submariner and all
but
all the new guys.
I do think I mean, as I said to you, I do think that it'd be interesting. I mean, I don't think they're going to introduce Namor and not kind of bring up the mutant thing
Mm.
because
Because that's
he is a mutant, like you know what I mean. So um, it'll be interesting to see how they handle it all. But yeah, I mean, I'm on board. I think this looks like a solid fucking MCU movie. And as I said, I don't think there's reasons behind this movie where I don't think that they'll drop the ball on this one. I think they'll really try to kind of swing for the fences on this.
Yeah, I think it'll be a great film, and I'm really looking forward. It's only like November
I mean,
7th,
the
so
first one was fantastic.
literally a
Like,
month away.
yeah. There's a
The
lot.
first
There's a
one
lot
was
of fucking
excellent,
movies coming out in the next month.
fight. Huh?
There's a lot of things coming out in the next month.
Lobot, I'm troubled by this recent transformation. Well, G-Force, myself and Connor are also Baby Cakes 1 and Baby Cakes 2 now. So, yeah, you missed a lot. You missed some shit.
It's been an emotional ride, man.
Well, I wouldn't call it a ride exactly, like, but
Everything on this stream tonight has been filth, right? And that's coming from me.
so yeah, that's like every week here.
Yeah.
So I suppose we'll call it there, will we? We'll call it
All
there
right,
for
cool.
this week. And Ted says for one night only, G-Man. Long story, one night only. North King Jedi says, I'm really looking forward to it, but really worried it might fall short. Some shit went down. Well, that is the worry. I don't think it'll be like Love and Thunder because it's the same director from the first movie. Yeah, I think it'll be fine. 2 hours and 40 minutes long as well.
I mean, as I said, I think because of the whole like the Chadwick thing and the whole lot, I think they're really going to try and make this like an emotional fucking like high stakes movie.
And
so I reckon it will. I reckon we're in for a good one.
They're on about the director possibly taking over one of the Avengers films as well. So this could be his big audition as well, you know.
This is his proving ground to see, like, do you know what I mean, how well he can do here, like.
And I loved his Creed movies as well. So I haven't seen him do a bad movie so far.
Yeah. I mean, I've been a big fan of the Creed movies too.
Go and have a poo. Okay, so we're all gonna go and have a poo, and we're gonna go. And thank you all again, guys, for being on the chat. It was interesting. People's feelings got hurt. People's names were called. We had fun. We talked about some Hasbro crap. And yeah,
my nose flared up.
Tubbs tried to snot all over you all night.
For your dying pleasure.
All over you too. We saw some cool art. We saw some cool other things. And yeah, so thank you. And we're going to leave it there. Don't forget to like, share, do all that lovely thing you always do. And next week,
show it to your friends.
Also,
tell them come on and have a chat.
Get in the group chat and we'll talk about this art show tomorrow.
Cool concept, cool idea.
That's a great idea. And we'll
all this show does is keep breeding new ideas. I love it.
We'll workshop that. Great stream and chat. Thank you, Lobot, aka Sweet Cheeks.
Sweet Cheeks. See you later.
The fires from Manga Fandanga. Great show. I feel cleansed. Your soul is
and that is the best thing, the best we can do for you, my friend.
Yeah, you can go now and behave in the other streams.
This is what it is for people, Brian. they
This is
come
your
here to
safe
just
space.
unleash it, you know.
Your safe space is here, and
Yeah, you can be your and your inner deviant here every single Tuesday.
well, that's just regular behavior for you anyway. So,
Daily
anyway,
fucking routine,
guys,
kid.
thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Have a great night. See you later. And